right away I notice a very balanced sound that you can also push. Very resonant and huge color palette. With a lot of depth to it too. Hello and welcome to the Guitar Collection. This right here is a guitar by Enrico Bottelli. And Bottelli is making some of the finest classical guitars in Italy these days, and he's one of the most well-respected makers with many famous players and many people playing his instruments, which has created quite a demand for his guitars. I mean, right off the bat, this guitar is so aesthetically pleasing. I mean, the rosette on this is just gorgeous. I mean, these little arches that you have going in both directions, obviously paying tribute to some of the great makers out there, Romanillos, so on and so forth. But these arches are just so beautiful and so perfectly done. Bottelli says that his guitars, rosettes, are all made from solid wood as well. So you're not looking at some sort of printout or some synthetic material here. This is real work of art. And it's one of those rosettes that it looks beautiful from both far away and really up close. I really quite like it. You'll also notice this really beautiful spruce top. It has a 7 fan bracing pattern underneath the top. And, you know, very small, minimal braces. And then when it comes to the polish of this guitar, I mean, that's something quite noteworthy for me on this one. It's just so perfectly done. I'm a nerd about this stuff. There's not little areas that seem off. The color is just so perfect and the shine is just very glossy, and it's of course all French polished. Now, down here on the bridge, or the tie block I should say, you'll notice some of these same motifs from the rosette. When you look at the label, you'll see of course his name, Enrico Bottelli, his signature. This one's number 297 and from the year 2022. This guitar was also built for a friend and colleague of mine, Aytahn Benavi, and he made a number of really nice recordings on this guitar. So be sure to check the link in the description, as well as guitarcollection.com, and I will definitely link to those. This guitar was made to be 640 millimeter scale. So that's from nut to saddle here. So it is a little bit shorter than the typical scale length, and it is a 51 millimeter nut. So it's a little bit less wide as well, making it such a comfortable guitar to play. I almost forgot to mention the back and sides, which is a very nice set of Indian rosewood. I love this center strip going down the back. It's very nice, very simple bindings and purflings. Just a very dark color. It almost looks like ebony. In fact, I'm going to say it's almost certainly ebony. Very nice. Super dark. The neck is very C-shaped, very thin, and I find it absolutely perfect. This is one of the more comfortable guitars I've had in here to play, and the sound is really brilliant. If you haven't played a guitar by Bottelli, you'd be immediately struck by the responsiveness of the guitar and the depth. And by the way, this is his concert model, which he also writes deep inside the guitar, right where the neck joins the body. It's a guitar that he tunes to F sharp range for the Helmholtz frequency. This one's an F sharp, as I tested it. And I think that contributes to this really round sound, but it's deep and dark without sacrificing the brightness. Also a guitar that really likes to be played over the fingerboard. Shakes the room completely. It's one of those guitars that you'll fall in love with and forget about your lattice brace or double top guitar. You'll feel you're getting all the power you need when you just stick with this guitar. And you feel that from the way it responds and the way that it projects. I've also heard this guitar quite a bit from the other side, and I'm always surprised how how present the sound is. You know, when you sit in front of it, you don't hear it like you're listening to some old vintage guitar and say, oh, that's a sweet sound, but, you know, obviously not very loud. When you're on the other side, you feel you're very present in the sound, almost like your ear is right up to the soundboard. It's a very nice feeling. I'm already getting to the sound, and I didn't talk about the other specs here. There's a dot at the 7th fret, and then the head of this guitar, very, very elegant, a simple 2 strips down the center here, and it's topped off with Alessi tuners, of course, the finest Italian tuning machines with a really nice engraving pattern on here. Really an elegant guitar. So let's test a couple of more musical examples on this guitar, but I do want to remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's really nice seeing what you all think about these guitars, if you have experience with these. This is so much fun to present guitars like this to you all, so I hope you enjoy. And of course, if you're interested in this guitar, check it out at guitarcollection.com. You'll see these photos. They're really nice of this one. Not only is the sustain a standout feature on this guitar, but it's also the way the guitar sustains. I mean, it stays, that F sharp stays at the same volume for so long. And I find myself really wanting to experiment with colors. It's very rewarding in that department. Another standout feature to me is just how hard you can push this guitar and how low the action is. Come on, that first string is amazing too. You know, it's this... It's a crystalline sound on that first string. Can you hear that? It's got this brightness but a roundness at the same time. And it's predictable in all the best ways. So, okay, I hope you've enjoyed this review of this Enrico Bottelli from the year 2022. If you're looking for a great guitar with a beautiful palette of colors, lots of power, really nice balance, and also one that is extremely easy to play at the 640 scale length with a 1 millimeter less wide nut width, this is going to be the perfect guitar for you. What a playable, enjoyable instrument to get to know. Of course, it's still very young in its life, only 3 years old, with a spruce top in this already with such a great quality to the sound. So check it out at guitarcollection.com. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.